Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. For a while now, I've been worried that the Scooby formula would take a toll on me, and I'd be left struggling to really write a decent review for episodes hardly different from each other. But, funny enough, the last few episodes have all been fairly unique in how the Scooby Gang get involved in the mystery and solve it. Yeah, there's still the slight hint of the formula permeating throughout the episode, but it doesn't seem like an exact copy of the previous episodes. In episode 8, Foul Play in Funland, we're introduced to one of my favorite classic villains, Charlie the Robot. Now, I tend to gravitate towards the more chilling and creepy monsters than I do the silly ones. Give me Charlie the Robot or kooky space ghost over Ape Man or Indian Witch Doctor. And this episode does initially play up the creepy robot man with the use of his theme music whenever he appears. He can walk incredibly fast, and not even a brick wall can stop him, making him both terrifying and dangerous for the gang to encounter. I think we've encountered some villains in the previous episodes who would have hurt our main characters, but I think Charlie could definitely have killed them if he'd gotten a hold of any of them. That's because he does end up just being a cold, emotionless robot, making him the first non-human villain the gang encounters in this season, if I recall. With all that praise regarding this villain, you'd think I'd consider this a great episode. Well, I do, but it does run into some problems. First off, the bad guy behind the robot gets redeemed in the dumbest way possible. See, Sarah Jenkins decides she doesn't want a robot around kids, so she sabotages it, causing it to almost hurt some kids. Great logic there, lady. What was that? What was your grand plan again? Mess with a robot and have it do what exactly? When the gang encounter him, all he's doing is running around. It wasn't until they messed with his circuitry via a giant magnet, which somehow needed to be explained to Fred, did Charlie go down for the count. And speaking of screw-ups, why did Sarah cut the cord to the magnet? The magnet was likely already messing up Charlie's insides. I don't understand the character's motivation. Nor do I get why she gets redeemed. Sure, she doesn't hurt anyone, so I definitely wouldn't say she needs to get arrested, but still. That aside, I do think this is an incredibly fun episode. It has plenty of laughs, from Scooby being trapped on a car with Velma, who lost her glasses, to even Charlie being hit by a train. Violence comedy. You never let me down. And those are my thoughts. What are yours? Do you have a favorite evil robot villain? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. Just another reminder to make sure to comment on every Scooby-Doo video this month for a chance to win Be Cool Scooby-Doo Season 1 Part 1. More information on the specifics can be found by clicking the card through to the giveaway video. I think without a doubt this is my favorite episode of the season. Episode 15, Spooky Space Kook, introduces us and the gang to one of my favorite Scooby-Doo villains, the Space Kook. A lot of my love for this episode, even as a child, was due in part to the striking design of Space Kook. There's just something oddly great about a ghost astronaut with a skull for a head. From the glowing suit to the cackling laugh to the glowing red of his helmet, it's not something you think of when you think of the supernatural, and for the time, it must have been something very different. And his design isn't the only cool thing about him, he also makes for an iconic villain. When I was a kid, I remember being scared anytime I saw the way he looked when he was walking directly at the camera. I'm sure this shot may have been pulled off in earlier episodes or maybe even later ones, but with Space Kook, it was just more visually appealing and spooky. It helped that his unearthly wail added to his mystique. But the episode doesn't just stop with a great monster, it also is probably the funniest episode we've gotten yet, at least in my personal opinion. Moments like this, when Shaggy and Scooby need to find the key they threw out, bring back memories of me laughing my butt off as a kid.
Oh no, another door! We gotta get that key and get out of here! Got it! Now we can get out of here!
And that wasn't the only good scene found within this 22-minute episode, but I won't spoil them all if you haven't seen it and would like to go check it out for yourself. While the bulk of this episode was excellent from start to finish, I did find fault with some minor things, such as the Kook's laughter being far too similar to the ghost from an earlier episode, even if it does suit his character. And the reason for Henry doing what he did, well, it wasn't the best of motives. Would the Air Force really be so afraid of one guy they'd sell the land for cheap, even if he was pretending to be a space ghost? My friend who holds the Air Force in high regards would be insulted at the very idea. Be that as it may, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better episode in the season than this. It had a fantastic villain, silly moments that will make you chuckle, and just a lot of fun in general. I'd easily rewatch it if I didn't already have more reviews to write. The never-ending struggles of a YouTube content creator. C'est la vie. And those were my thoughts on the episode. Now tell me yours. Did you ever watch this as a kid? What were some of your favorite moments, or least favorite? And for more content, check out my previous Scooby-Doo reviews, or how about my Let's Play of Pajama Sam 2. Thanks for watching, and take care.